What's up guys, it's me Jeremy. We tested the waters pretty recently with one of our videos on the fan concept skins for Champions in League of Legends, and you guys actually enjoyed it a lot more than I expected, so that's pretty cool to hear your responses on how some of the skins that we showcased would make you buy and play those champions that you haven't tried before. So we decided to kick it up a notch, and we're bringing you some ultimate or legendary skin concepts this time instead. These skin concepts are super legit, but would definitely require new models or other changes that would really bump up the price if they were introduced into the game, but considering how flashy they are, they would totally be worth it. If you know about a skin concept that you think we missed, make sure to let us know in the comments, and if you enjoyed the video, make sure to hit that like button, and if you don't, hit that dislike. And let's kick off today with a skin concept so good that it landed its creator a freelance job with Riot Games themselves. It all started off when Riot Iron Stylus asked the community what an Eclipse skin would look like. Artist Sunny Coda replied with a text description before designing a full concept for a skin named Eclipse Leona, and it honestly just looks insane. Sunny Coda kept the theme based on the sun but made it just way darker, giving it amazing contrast to capture the feeling of a darker, shadowy reality. It's really impressive to see a skin so different to everything that a champion has had previously, while also keeping the entire theme of the character intact. The only part of this crazy concept that isn't necessarily accurate to Leona is her short sword, but Sunny Coda added a longsword in the design to give an alternative and to help balance it out. Considering the shaped armor and helmet, this skin would definitely need a new model, along with particle effects to do that awesome burning orange glow justice. So it would definitely have to be at least a legendary skin to pull it off properly, and is an awesome choice for an ultimate skin. Iron Stylus and the rest of the Riot team were clearly impressed, so much that Sunny Coda was just brought in to help on some other work and some wicked skin concepts, although he did mention that he currently was not working on a Leona skin, unfortunately. The next skin today is Blood Moon Diana by XTacy33. To be honest, this skin is kind of a no-brainer, and it'd be pretty surprising if the skin wasn't already being worked on, or at least in discussion, at Riot Games. I mean, the Blood Moon skin line features some of the community's absolute favorite skins, and Diana, being a moon-themed champion, would honestly probably fit it better than anyone else in the entire game, including the champions that already have a Blood Moon skin. XTacy33 has done a great job highlighting some of the possible features of Blood Moon Diana, making sure to use the deep red and gold that the current Blood Moon skins share. One of the big things that legendary skins really need is having a good connection with the theme of the champion it was created for, and you really can't get closer than having a legitimate moon skin, or at least an alternate moon, for Diana. The Japanese-inspired clothing and armor pieces fit really well and strike a great balance between Diana's beauty and her warrior spirit. Something worth noting is that Diana herself was actually named after the Roman moon goddess, while her Dark Valkyrie and Lunar Goddess skins reference mythical North and Chinese figures respectively. Considering all those references to different cultures in Diana's current designs, it'd make a lot of sense and fit really well for her to have a Japanese-themed skin too. That being said, it can't entirely be based on the Japanese moon god Tsukiyomi because, well, he's a dude, but a Blood Moon Diana skin could be the next best thing. Awesome skin concept and an amazing piece by XTacy. Okay, maybe it's Ecstasy. I'm not entirely sure. You guys gotta bear with me on these name pronunciations, and I do apologize if I get any of them wrong, but you're gonna see them on the screen anyways, so definitely check out the original artist for sure. Next on our list is Pulsefire Vayne, and unfortunately we actually could not find the name of the original artist. What we do know is that it's a Chinese concept that was submitted to a skin competition, so we'll link what we know below, and if you do find out, let us know in the comments and we'll add in an annotation. And Pulsefire Vayne is a skin that is just fantastic. The only Pulsefire skin we have to compare it to is Ezreal, and as an ultimate skin it does set the bar pretty high, but Pulsefire Vayne delivers on that same style, having that same silver battle unit with the blue laser effects, giving that really technological feel. A few writers actually commented on this skin, and they were impressed and mentioned how cool it would be to animate in the game, but they also mentioned that as the skin was right now, it didn't necessarily feel like Vayne's personality. It's important for Riot that champion skins are really clear when it comes to who the champion is, and this concept, although badass, doesn't entirely scream Vayne. It still has the super cool wrist-mounted crossbow along with a bigger weapon on her back to use during her ultimate, but without those specific Vayne features, you know, like her dark ponytail, the high collar. It's not necessarily close enough to make sense for a Vayne skin, but still, it's an incredibly impressive concept and could be an interesting take on a futuristic Vayne, and could definitely work with just a couple of minor tweaks. Riot might not want to make another Pulsefire skin for an AD carry, but if they do decide to create a Pulsefire Vayne, it'd be great to have as a new ultimate skin. Next up is Zombie Annie by Kaynoljan, and it's probably one of my most favorite concepts ever. The zombie skin line is relatively small. I mean, we only have Brand, Rise, and a little bit more recently Nunu, but I do believe that Annie would be an awesome addition to the lineup. There's so much potential for just an epic zombie Tibbers, and I love Kaynoljan's take on a creepy undead sort of Annie. Brand is the only current zombie skin at legendary status, and it mostly comes down to the crazy spell effects and his updated animations for the increased price tag, but this could definitely be the case with Zombie Annie as well. The visual effects for a skin line like this really do need to be amazing to give it the right kind of feeling, and some new Tibbers animations would be super cool since his current ones are a little bit lackluster. The thing that impressed me the most with this concept though was just the overall quality of the artwork. You really get that splash art feeling from the setting and the way it's presented, and the colors used are just awesome. There's really good attention to detail too, like the decaying skin on Annie's arms and face, or the flickers of the spectral fire coming off of Tibbers. It's a really awesome design, and it's pretty close to Riot tier quality for a splash art. We really hope to see this, or maybe something similar in the game for Annie in the future. Cause23 is the next artist on our list with his take on an unnamed Zed skin, which we'll call Undead Zed, because that's probably the best name for it based on how it looks. The skin has a huge undead focus from his own armored mask to the skulls that adorn his shoulders and belt. The mix of a draped, torn clothing and armor is one that I really love personally, and Cause23 used it as a chance to give the skin a bit more color, which is a pretty good idea to help break up the sort of dark base colors. Legendary skins need to be recognizable, but also have bonus features to work with to justify the higher price bracket, and Undead Zed does this extremely well. The armor is a huge selling point here and would definitely need a fresh model to make those bulky features work. The glowing eyes on his skull pauldrons are also a nice touch too, and you can imagine it just looking totally sick when it's animated. Zed's wristblade is a little bit standard, but his shuriken does have a pretty interesting shape in the concept, and I really hope Riot experiments with more interesting designs on Zed's weapon in the future. Unfortunately, because of the stricter character design policies in China, it's not entirely sure if a skin that has a skull featured on it will ever see creation, so it's not entirely likely that this specific undead concept will be turned into a finished skin, which is a pretty big shame, but again, awesome work to Cause23 with the concept. It's super impressive. Dragon Trainer Quinn is our next skin, brought to you by Vega Nya. This one is quite interesting because the Dragon Trainer line of skins is technically Yordle exclusive at the moment, and we're not sure if Riot plans on keeping it that way or not, but this concept is just awesome and looks like it might have been inspired by the movie How to Train Your Dragon, giving that Viking attire in the skin. The dragon-headed crossbow is a really subtle but super cool touch, and that would help a ton in making the skin legendary. And honestly, Valor would make for a one sick-ass dragon, and Quinn hasn't seen that much attention in the skin department yet, so if Riot does decide to introduce Dragon Trainer skins to non-Yordle champions, she should definitely be on the list. One potential issue with Dragon Trainer Quinn is that legendary skins are supposed to stick really closely to a champion's theme, and Quinn and Valor are supposed to be like this team rather than leading one another, which could potentially be seen as an issue from Riot's perspective, but again, with a couple tweaks, Riot could definitely find a way to make this one work, and we'd love to see Quinn with a dragon related skin, even if it's not a Dragon Trainer one specifically. The idea of Valor just being a dragon instead of a bird is honestly just so damn cool that I would love to see this one. It's probably my favorite on the list. For our next skin concept, we actually found out about it from the comments of our last video, and it's Snowboarder Fizz as suggested by Artem X100. This skin concept was created by Thomas Duong for the Polycount Riot Art contest, and it's probably one of, if not the most actual fleshed out skin concept we've ever seen. Thomas created a new model for this skin along with the skin textures, so you can see exactly what this skin would look like in the game. He enlisted the help of Moon Young Oh to rig his model along with Sangmin Lee to do some animation work, and what they ended up with was a skin that wouldn't look out of place at all if it was just straight up put into the game tomorrow. The skin itself is super cool too, featuring Fizz using his snowboard as a weapon and rocking the standard snowboarder gear, including goggles and a funky hat, must-haves for any snowboarder. This skin concept suits Fizz really well, and we seriously hope Riot considers adding this one into the game in the future. It's a definite upgrade over Tundra Fizz, that one's for sure. And our next skin for the day is going to be Special Forces Jin, and with this one I'm honestly kind of already throwing my money at the screen. Special Forces Gangplank was an awesome skin, and this take on Jin is just equally as awesome. This concept is by Kaiser Jim and features everything you'd expect for a Special Forces skin. That digital cameo, the tactical vest and military boots, along with the awesome Splinter Cell Vision eye goggles. Everything about this skin seems perfect for Jin, and Kaiser has even figured out how to make Jin's two-part weapon work out quite well, with a revolver that loads into a sniper attachment for when he uses his ultimate. It's great that Kaiser Jim kept Jin's mechanical arm by giving him a military-grade prosthesis, and that's a really cool way to take Jin's character and give it some nice fresh flavor. Overall, it's definitely an awesome idea, although it might not necessarily be flashy enough to justify being an ultimate skin. With some new animations and stuff, it could make an awesome legendary skin though. And just as we wrap things up, I want to once again mention that I'll be going to GexCon in Fredericksburg, Virginia on July 23rd to the 24th. Myself and a few other YouTubers like Pantsar Dragon and Magikarp Use Fly are going to be there, and I personally hope to meet as many of you guys there that I can. I'll have a link in the description to their site, and I hope to see you there. And that's going to be it today for our 8 ultimate and legendary skin concepts. We'd love to hear what your favorite skin from the video was, or about any of the concepts you think would make good legendary or ultimate skins. So make sure to let us know in the comments below. And looks like that's going to be it for me. If you guys enjoyed the video, drop a like, subscribe if you want. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.